actually, because we've got stuff that's peaceful, that's gonna work, I could have shown him some of that instead of him going off and doing something desperate that's gonna screw over our city. You know, I could have shown him some stuff that actually works, like peaceful stuff. There's a one-light car going by. See, I'm at 30 minutes. I kind of meant to, and there's a policeman right across the way. City police. It's like the, I think, 8th city in about 45 minutes. It's like the 8th policeman that I've seen this morning. So it's late on thick. I'm trying to kind of figure out what I need to do in the next couple of days to stay safe, because everybody is. These DHS Fusion Center people, they're gonna be a lot more wild and a lot more aggressive. I just know it. I just know they are. Because that's just what happens. That's what happens with people. You can't control this kind of thing. You can't control the DHS Fusion Centers. They're not trained to do anything peaceful or by any kind of justice. It just makes people crazy, this sort of thing. So I might need to, I don't know, I'm not really safe in my condo because they're hurting me very, very badly, to the point where I was like, I kind of had to get out of there. They were hitting the side of my head so hard. I don't know. I'll figure something out to do. This is insane, guys, because, like, they're using this to incite more violence. They're using his violence to incite more violence. I guess it's very lucky I am who I am. I'm going to take the pain. I'm going to go and just try and get more defenses. Just try and neutralize it with what they're doing. I'm going to try and turn it on its back. And there's a truck with running lights on following me. I've never had it this bad. Like, I've never been targeted this bad vehicularly or with the electronic weapons. Because I have a lot of defenses up. I've been pretty comfortable lately, but when this happened, something changed, and they were able to get the beams hitting the side of my head to where it's giving me massive headaches and convulsions. It's very serious. It's very serious for non-TIs. This is lunacy. There is a directed energy weapons program being used against citizens in conjunction with DHS Fusion Centers for any cops or first responders. These people of interest, a lot of them, I'm not sure if all of them, but a lot of them are being hit with directed energy weapons, microwave weapons to their heads, their genitals, their chests, their stomachs, and then they're driving out on the streets and being confronted by these DHS Fusion Center workers. So please do research organized gang stalking and target individuals. Please do so if you are non-TI. You can leave your comment if you don't agree that it's happening. I just feel like I'm showing some very, very good evidence for you guys, for non-TIs and TIs alike, what happens in a situation when the wrong thing is done. And the wrong thing was done, for whatever reason the wrong thing was done, it was done. And we've got to be better than that. We've got to be peaceful. We've got to neutralize things, not fan the flames. These DHS Fusion Centers, these electromagnetic frequency weapons, they're fanning the flames of violence and insanity in our whole society, in a world society, not just our country, in a world society. And we've got to stand up and be better and neutralize those flames. We have to do it. We have to not be like them. It has to happen. I felt anger, guys. They've hurt my family. They've hurt me very badly. So I've felt anger. I understand. And I couldn't imagine if you had a kid who was being hit with this stuff. I can't imagine it. I have a dog who's been hurt by it. But we have to be better than them. We can't become them. And there's ways to do this. There's awareness we can get out on the conference calls. David Voigt's doing the right thing. He's out there creating awareness in the right way. Humanity warriors peacefully protest. They go in front of their city council. These are the right ways to do things. James Shin is doing his cross-country drive. That's the right way to do things. Those are the right things to do. They're going to help people on a bigger level. I've been listening to interviews with Robert Duncan, and he says, got to get awareness out. He's like, that's going to be the way to push the timetable up. He's like, you got to keep talking about it. You got to keep talking about it. You got to get awareness out. He's like, that's the only way to do it. He doesn't talk much about, and there's a car with running lights on. He doesn't talk much about, I won't get into other methods like lawsuits and stuff like that. I think we have to go through every angle, every peaceful angle in this. I can't remember his name. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I think they're kind of remote neural monitoring me, and I'm forgetting it. Gosh, that's horrible. But anyway, this young man, this was the wrong thing. He was a target individual. He had a lot of pressure on him, but it was the wrong thing. No matter how it happened. And it's like, I can just show you. I don't usually have a lot of running lights. I usually have a lot of one light cars, intermittent. And today it's a ton of running lights, ton of one light cars, ton of cops. People with brights getting right up behind me. And it's inciting violence. They're getting more aggressive, and they're not just driving by me to say, hey, we're watching you. They're driving up behind me with brights to cause an accident or something like that after a night of me being microwaved. So it ain't good. It definitely ain't good. And somebody please correct me on, I thought it was Gavin, the young man's name. I know he used Cosmo on his YouTube pages. He didn't help me out any. I'll tell you that much. He didn't help me out at all. I've never had it this bad. He didn't help my family. He didn't help me. He didn't help those police. So I can just tell you that. That's what I can tell you. And he made these people in the DHS fusion centers even more aggressive. Put more cars out on the street to do this stuff. Now, I don't see how that happened. I don't see how they would keep pushing this after something like that happened and not pull back and just think about what they're doing. They just used it. It just came full force at everybody. There's one light. Look, I'll just be getting one light cars just all morning. I'm gonna drive to the Walmart and then turn it off. My main point in all this, guys, is I knew this was going to happen. Like, when I saw what had happened, like I didn't know he was a target individual, and I knew it was a horrible thing for the city, and I prayed for the cops who died and their families. I'm not sure about the cop in critical condition. I'm not sure about the news on him. So if you can please comment with an update on that. And please, everybody, say a prayer for those cops' families who are wounded in that cop. And there's running lights right there. Please pray for them. The thing is, when I found out he was a TI, my chest jumped. Like, I've never felt like that kind of instinct where I was like, this is gonna be bad. This is bad. This is bad. It's bad. I was like, this is bad for me. This is bad for my city. This is bad for target individuals. And it wasn't something in my mind. I saw that, and something inside, I was like, gah, that's bad. And I started crying. When I found out he was a target individual, I started crying because it's bad for all of us. What he did is bad for all of us. So I just want to tell y'all, I mean, I did. I saw that he was a TI, and I stepped back from the computer with my mouth open, and I started crying because it was bad for the cops, and there's one light truck with a trailer. I've never seen it like this. This is super crazy. I've never seen them laid on like this. I mean, they're retaliating against somebody who didn't have anything to do with anything, and I actually got on videos. Look at that. Oh, that car there. I'm gonna get them all the way to Walmart. This is a barrage. This is a barrage. Maybe it was the video I made about it. Jeez. I don't know. I think it's probably just I think they're probably going hard on all TIs right now. I don't think it's anything special about me. That's the scary part. I think in my city the DHS fusion centers are going hard on all these TIs. They're using this as an excuse to hurt us more because nobody's connecting it with the directed energy weapons except the people who are using the directed energy weapons, and they're, probably only a few people in the DHS fusion centers know about that and connect it with it. It is my theory. We got to jump on this, guys. We can't let this hurt our community. We've got to jump on it, and we've got to turn it around on its back, and we've got to be peaceful about it. We have to. We can't let any of this stuff incite any more violence, because violence breeds violence. So I would just encourage people with YouTube channels, maybe even guys who have not made videos for a while, to jump on and please get with me on this. That we cannot do violence. Like, we can't let this make any. We gotta get TIs who are at that point. We gotta find them. We gotta put our feelers out, find them. Give them defensive weapons, because last night they were hitting me in the side of the head, but I got some thermal blankets. I got my defensive thing, my new defensive thing, the Total Shield. Put it on there. I watched the new Batman Superman movie to kind of pump myself up. I found ways to get through it, and I could have jumped on the conference call. I was too worn out emotionally, to do so. I'm gonna get on a conference call tonight. And I'm going to be saying what this has done. This has been awful. I've never had targeting like this after that event. And I want to go ahead and connect it for you guys. It's a direct connection, a direct result of what happened. And it's not positive. These DHS fusion centers did not see that happen. And they were like, whoa, this TI was being harassed and stuff. And he went out and did something crazy. So maybe we should rethink this. That's not how they work. That's not how this works, guys. They're trying to amp up things. They're trying to amp up, a lot of things in our society, and I don't think I have to, say them all in detail. But that is an agenda to pump up the violence, to pump up the division. It is. It's an agenda in our society. I have theories. I'm not going to go into all of them because I kind of want to be in my little corner here. My little corner is targeted individuals. This directed energy program, it's not a little corner actually, but I want to stay in that corner because I think if we can get these directed energy weapons out into the public and get awareness about them, it can decrease a lot of other problems in our society. I think these directed energy weapons are driving a lot of problems in our society with the DHS fusion centers and just false flagging, families being hurt, just a lot of bad stuff, a lot of bad elements driving around the street hurting women and stuff like that. I think it's pumping up a lot of problems in our society. So I kind of want to focus on that problem and working on that. I guess before I go, I got a comment by somebody who was like, it's all going to be okay, and I see her, putting that on everybody's YouTube sites. That's a great thing, to give people encouragement, and it is going to be okay. I'm right now I'm a little bit out of whack about all this. This is a very serious situation, and it's actually had repercussions in my personal targeting, but things are going to be okay. Awareness is getting out, and we're getting there, guys. So don't freak out. I'm not trying to freak everybody out, but I want to show an example because